Hey there, this is David again, and we are out in the woods, and this is an ash tree that we would have stuck in back in 1976. And you can see the ash borer galleries on the sapwood, which is dead. And anyway, that's a pretty nice tree. And where I was cutting right here, you could tell that wood is dry. But just the way the chain was grabbing it, that wood is good and dry. That's good firewood right now, right off the stump. And if we look up, we can see that tree has forward weight going out over the open face I made. It may or may not go. Anyway, so I've done my face cut. I bored it and punched through the other side, of course. There's my hinge cut back, and I left a back strap, and I'll finish that. I stuck a wedge in here just in case it wants to sit back. You know, these things surprise you. But anyway, I've got a couple trees in the way, so I'll show you what we did. We've got a walnut here. That's in the way, and it's no good. It's forked and it's pinched off, so it's coming down. Got rid of a vine there, it was going to tangle in it. Made a face cut. There wasn't enough room to bore horizontally for a hinge, so I angled my bore cut to make a hinge, and then cut back here. There's a little bit of wood holding it there, and that's going to be a domino tree. And up here we have a red maple. This red maple is a weird one. It's had like a double stem in here for about 4 feet, and an old scar there. And it's over a walnut, which I want to keep that walnut and let it have a chance to grow. So this thing's going, and looking back, you can see there's our ash tree we're about to drop. So that's going to drop. And if I've got everything aimed right, and of course these things can be embarrassing, you get one take. You get one take. So anyway, so I've got this set up to domino. I've got that little walnut set up to domino. And I'm going to fire up and cut this one loose. And hopefully it'll knock those other two down. There we go. Got that tree on the left, and we should see what happens. Let's keep this around just a little more. There we go. That'll give us a good picture. See if I aim right. Okay, I'm going to fire up. Hopefully it'll go right away. Okay, and the walnut did not get caught good enough. So we'll go ahead and see if we can knock him down. Okay. And there we go. Okay, fun part's over. I've got wood to make up here, so yeah, we're gonna make wood now. So cut that down, and you see the angled cut there. I didn't have room to bore that through, so I did an angle on it. That worked okay. The maple, it caught the maple just fine. See, I bored through, did an undercut, and then that connecting wood sheared off. And they're hanging on a junky tree there. It's a honey locust. So I've got wood to make here. Okay, catch you later. I got to get busy. Well, we've got her all cut up. Got a bunch of wood here to pick up. Thought we'd do a quick after action review. So I took out a face on it, made it almost 90 degrees. Did a bore cut here, and you see I angled. I got started pretty narrow, so I was only getting pretty narrow here. So I angled away from that rather than run parallel. I angled away from it and dogged in, hook your dogs in, and then rotated the saw. And you can see I rotated the saw from there to there to get my hinge the way I wanted it. Pulled the saw back and cut out this side, put a wedge in, and then came back here with the saw and cut out the other side. And it had enough weight on the front of the crown that it went ahead and tipped without having to pound a wedge on it. So that's the way the butt log looks right there. And boy, got a bunch of nice pieces. These aren't quite as heavy as they look because these are really dry. I had some pieces of hickory last week I picked up, 2 weeks ago, picked them up. My gosh, they were over 100 pounds each. It was just about all I could do to pick them up. And I told myself I'm not going to do that again. These are pretty good size, but they're dry, so these won't be too bad to pick up. But there's a lot to be said for smaller trees when you're loading them yourself. Okay, well, I'm going to load this up and we'll get a picture of the load at the end and head back to the house. Here you go. Got a pretty nice load there. I think each layer there is 7 pieces, so we got 21 major pieces of wood and then several small ones. I think I had to drop in one medium one up front. These ones in front were so big. Yeah, I got a medium one down there. I couldn't quite fit a big one in. But these are nice chunks of wood. And look how that look how they're cracked. They're good and dry. And got our splitter set up, and we've been stacking wood out here along the side of the house. And it's been a week since we've blown leaves. We got to blow them again. That big post oak is shedding the leaves. It's almost done. So we got some more leaves to blow. Got to blow the gutters again, and getting some pretty good looking wood here. We split this on this end here yesterday. But anyway, I got quite a bit of nice wood there. Got our splitter, and there's our Kubota. This is going to be really good wood here. That's all real dry. You can tell just the saw would kind of chatter on that a little bit. It wasn't any give. So anyway, that's how I stacked everything. You run one saw, run the handle on it, run the blade through the handle on one, and do the same on the other side. You can stack two saws together to sit in the floorboard. And got my fuel, oil, tool kits, and wedges all fit in right up front there to go on the road. So anyway, thank you very much for visiting. And that's a decent little load of wood.